Welcome back to Roast, Boast, and Toast podcast. I'm your host, Magno, this week. We got Shorty.
What's up, guys?
We got Dre.
Chip.
And we have our special guest here today, Alex. He'll be joining us for some topics.
What's up, guys? First time, long time.
And you guys asked for this. You guys wanted Alex on the show.
Why?
So, I don't know. I guess they felt like you were a personable character. So we were like, all right. Makes sense.
It's time.
It's time.
It's just time.
But, we got some good topics at hand. We're going to start off with some roasts. And I think the first thing we want to roast is we're making people's timelines today. IHOP decided to be called IHOB today for International House of Burgers. Now, I don't know what they were thinking, but I think that's a bad promotion. Like, I feel like if they were going to revamp their menu, it could have just been like breakfast. You know?
The burgers ain't that banging.
I feel like they missed a lot of opportunities with that. They could have gone for a brunch, introduced alcoholic beverages. They could have gone just sit at breakfast, revamp their whole menu,
Burritos.
Or use it for like baked goods, or
not for that fresh,
but not for burgers. Like,
Yeah, I watched like the
There's enough burger
there
places.
was a clip on Instagram with like it was like Good Morning America, one of those like terrible morning shows.
every morning show. Yeah.
Basically, except Despierta America is a classic.
Well,
But they were the guy. I guess it was the CEO of IHOP, and he was like, "Oh, well, we thought, why not bring a classic that is the American burger with another classic that is IHOP and bring them together?" And I was like, "And your marketing team got paid. Your marketing team got paid 3 figures for that." Like,
I wouldn't say IHOP is the classic American.
You can't call yourself classic.
nah.
You go there when you're broke.
First off, you can't be the classic American if you're the international House of Pancakes.
Snacks.
It's not
Hold
IHOP.
on, in another country, so you're not
Who
really.
before today
That would have been terrible. Yeah.
has tried a burger from IHOP?
I've never had a burger
I've
from IHOP.
never.
I've had a burger from anywhere, anywhere, and
How was
everywhere.
it?
You're weird.
So, as I said, it was not that good.
Like, would you rather go to Friendly's?
I wouldn't brand myself. The Friendly's isn't that good either.
Yeah, yo,
Which one-
y'all,
where would you
hate
rather-
Friendly's.
Yo, Friendly's is trash, Magno. Which one would you
The
rather
ice
go?
cream though,
It's average.
it's still good though.
Doesn't matter.
It's not
Like
the
the
best.
Sunday is like you only go really for like the Sunday.
Yeah,
True.
I wouldn't even consider that part of the menu. Like
I've
that's
been
that's
once.
dessert. Once you're on dessert, like that's not part of your
but
meal.
with Friendly's was ice cream first. and
What
they're
about
let's
Chili's.
What about Applebee's?
Chili's
An Applebee's
burgers.
burger versus IHOP. What would you guys go for?
try Applebee's.
I've been to
This is the
Applebee's
first time
in like
Alex is gonna choose.
15 years.
I think I would for a burger specifically. I'm gonna have to go to Applebee's for that, just
about-
because they look like they have better buns.
True.
Like Friendly's buns are just they look dry.
No, we're talking about IHOP.
Huh?
IHOP.
Oh, IHOP versus
Versus Applebee's.
Applebee's. Yeah, that's what I meant. Nah, I would probably still go to Applebee's. Like, if I'm going to IHOP, I want some pancakes. Like, they're not the best pancakes, but they're consistent.
It'll do the job.
Yeah,
Waffle House versus IHOP.
Waffle House every day
I've
of the
never
week.
been to a Waffle House actually.
I'm not gonna lie, it's dirty in there, but
Oh, well.
it's way
That's
better
the
food.
grind.
I think it's like it depends on what Waffle House you go to.
No, I don't.
True.
No, I don't.
I mean,
I've been to
Some
Waffle-
of them
ones
are a
that-
little bit nicer than
I've been to
the
Waffle
others.
House in Houston. I've been to Waffle House in Atlanta.
the
I've been
ones
to
in
Waffle-
Orlando are dirty.
Bro, I'm not
First
gonna
off,
say they just look
okay,
mad
everything in
clean.
Orlando is dirty though. So
That's true.
It's just a look. It's just a look they have going. You know, like a
that's like their
fork on the ground,
thing.
pick it up, wipe it off. You good?
Like, oh, all right.
McDonald's has a play place. You know,
You have
Waffle House
Melissa's
dirty.
greasy hair in the eggs, but it still tastes good.
I get to see them cook. I'm like, yo, I'm hungry. I know when they're gonna be done. I love it.
So yeah, I would say I think it's a great marketing strategy in the sense that it got people talking, but I don't think it like they executed it well. Like they had missed opportunities.
Missed opportunity for sure.
Does
Like
this-
they got people talking about it, which is what it was designed to do. But at the same time, nobody is gonna go try their burgers.
Yeah.
They're just not.
Did they say it was for a limited time, or it was
No.
like from now on?
They were just kind of like, yeah, we have burgers, and it was like, okay, so
Anyone at our house was like, cool, still getting the special.
yeah, still
Look at the
getting
American
the
classic.
steak omelet with wolf pancakes.
I mean, as far as pancakes, are they the best, or are there better spots that you guys
Like
besides homemade pancakes? Obviously,
like chains. I don't. It's not really
Chains?
any
Chains? No,
cake-
I mean
chains out there.
Denny's was a little bit better.
No,
Denny's is
No.
everything is so
I think
small.
it depended
Denny's.
on where you went.
I think I have a bad like outlook on Denny's because the one that was here in what was it, Lintown or no, not damn. There's Lynn and
Linfield?
there's Linfield. The one that was in Linfield.
Oh, the one.
Yeah, that Denny's, you went in there, you could tell like nobody wanted to even be there.
Denny's has never come through for anything in my life. Like
They have good
IHOP
water.
has been there. No, they
IHOP
don't.
is good.
Their
Like,
water
Depends
is good.
which town you're
They
in.
always even like 5-6 ice cubes.
I have classic stories at IHOP. Like they're good.
the best time.
Yeah.
I've had some really good times at
A lot of good late nights at IHOP. No one ever said like, "Oh, Denny's." Nah.
Because Denny's closed. IHOP like.
Oh, Denny's closed.
Yeah, they shut down.
Really? I didn't even notice.
They did.
And then they also would close at like midnight when like IHOP goes to like 2.
Yeah.
Nah, they closed. I don't. You sure? I thought IHOP was 24.
Depends on the IHOP.
Okay, because I've definitely gone to IHOP 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
The one in Revere is 24 hours.
Yeah.
I haven't gone to IHOP out here, so.
But
you
some
guys
of them
build
is
different.
weird. Some of them is weird because they close at 4, but they open back up at 5. So it's like.
I mean, take a nap. Brisk
True.
nap.
But next, we wanted to get into some. So, what are some of the stupidest things you guys have done while in the shower that you'd be ashamed if people found out? Like crazy thoughts, or people create scenarios. I take hour showers, so I had a long time in there to just come up with stuff.
What are you doing in there for an hour?
I mean, like
Whatever
I
is
just gotta-
required.
yeah, I just gotta clean everything.
Takes an hour.
I mean, it's like for meditating purposes, but
All right.
He asked
I'm a
me
man.
about his shower.
meditating monk.
What's your shower?
Burn incense in the shower.
I throw concerts in the shower.
Concerts.
Yeah.
How many viewers you
With
get?
what?
How many viewers you get?
I mean, all I hear is my mom in the background screaming to like shut up, like, but not that many viewers. I get listeners.
I like pace. Sometimes I have like thoughts like about something, a scenario, like a wild scenario I had like in middle school. I was like, I should have said this, and then I'll just like pace around like, damn, I think that was a missed
So no
opportunity.
lie,
That's
this is a true story. Before your wedding, the week before we had gone salsa dance, and I had never danced it, but Sonia taught me. And Sonia has been on our show for the Battle of the Sexes episode, so she taught me and Kevin. I try to practice in the shower.
Wait,
And I
Kevin.
hope-
Kevin didn't know how to dance salsa before that.
Nah, he knew how to dance like everything else except salsa.
Kev the dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
he was more
retired.
like hip hop. That's why he retired.
My man, though. My man,
Dang.
pots and pans.
That's fair.
But he she had taught us that, and then I tried to practice a little bit in our shower, and I almost slipped doing that. I was like, that's the last time, because I didn't want to end up like those stories, like, you know what I'm saying? And then
I'm
use
moonwalk.
Final destination,
Salsa dance.
Magno.
Final Destination, yeah.
Weirdest thing I've ever done. I mean, I'm not gonna say done. I do it sometimes. Like you let the shower run, and you have the bath going, and you just sit down. This is like falls on top of your head. Kind of feels relaxing.
Yeah,
So I just like
it's a thing.
meditate, I guess, in a way.
Some
But then
people
you
do
wake
that.
up and it's almost flooding, so you gotta hurry up and do something about
Let
that.
me ask you guys this: how do you guys feel about bar soap versus body wash?
Bar soap.
I like bar
Body
soap.
wash-
Bar
body
soap.
wash.
I bar soap.
The
Body
reason,
wash goes
the
to
reason I
quick.
like bar soap is because I use an exfoliating sponge, so I just like
Crunch.
Scrub.
scrub whatever it's called.
Like a loofah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I forget what
You
it.
guys use
What
loofahs?
sponge is for the hair, right?
Those hurt.
Scrunchies are for the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, loofahs. hurt.
Loofahs.
They hurt.
You guys don't exfoliate?
Sometimes.
I've been drinking
I
water.
didn't drink water. Exfoliate, you name it, I got it.
Wow, Shorty.
Yeah, things have changed.
But sometimes I get the bar soap that has the little like rough beads.
Yeah, those are
'cause
good.
those help as well.
I just get the body wash that has the rough beads.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
get like Dove Men's that has like hydrating, or like you could get. But then my mom also sent me this. I don't know where she got it for my birthday. It was like charcoal.
She'll never tell you.
tangerine. It was. I don't know where
She
she,
will
got
never
it, but
tell
it's like it's an amazing.
Yo, fun fact about activated charcoal. It can mess with women's birth
pH.
control.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, so you
In
can't.
what way though? Negatively or
Yeah,
like,
negatively. Like it can
like
stop it from working.
from work?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because it absorbs toxins, in among other things.
And babies.
No, like whatever the medicine is that like
Oh,
works with birth control, it probably absorbs it. Because like Roxy got into some ibuprofen when I first got her, and the thing that they gave her was activated charcoal to absorb the toxins and stuff like that in her body.
oh,
So I'm sure it works something similar
Yeah.
to where like it probably thinks whatever the birth control medicine is like something bad for the body and just absorbs it. So then people are just getting pregnant.
So attached to this topic, what are some of the dumb?
The heck was that? Haunted house.
Oh, it's my
So we got a
It's a
haunted situation here. Spike,
I got that 9 on me. Don't get it twisted.
ghost hunters.
You never know.
But what is the dumbest lies you guys have believed as a child?
Oof.
The dumbest lies. Wow. I've been lied to so much in my life.
Yeah, especially Hispanic culture,
Oh,
bro.
my goodness.
La Llorona.
Wait, the starving kids in Africa? It's not.
Oh,
not-
dude, we talked about this
Yeah.
the other day.
What do you mean?
It's not a full lie, but it's hey, if you don't finish your plate, kids are gonna die in Africa.
Oh yeah,
'Cause you don't
parents
finish-
used to tell
Yeah.
Hispanic parents,
Oh
yo.
my goodness.
Yeah, that's the reason we all have weight issues.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too soon. Too soon.
Yeah, I remember growing up, my mom guilt tripping me hard. If you don't eat your food, think that you're lucky. Like, think about all the kids that live in the sewers in Colombia.
In the sewers in Colombia.
So I didn't like. I thought it was. No, I thought it was a lie. I was like, I got
Wait, it's a
older.
real thing?
It's a real thing.
Oh, snap.
I'm sure it's a real
It's a real
thing.
thing. And I was always like, Mom, yeah, whatever.
The sewers?
Like, in the sewers. Yeah, they live in the sewers.
Sewer children.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
like the Goonies.
No, like the
Like it.
like you know, like the LA tunnels where they have like little like
Oh yeah.
yeah. Colombia has like Bogota has like similar stuff. And then it
Yo,
was
this ghost, man.
It's a lot of ghosts.
I'm getting
getting spooky.
Windows, doors being slammed, lights going out. I think the dumbest lie I believed. I don't know why I believed this, but I was very naive. Like I think I was like in second, third grade. I cut my finger, and then my mom like was trying to like use whatever peroxide or whatever it was to try to like heal the cut, and I wouldn't let her. So she told me this lie that if I didn't like let her heal it, that my guts would fall out. And obviously your guts are not on your hands.
Yeah.
So, as you grow older, you think about the
that's the
stuff your
dumbest thing
parents.
ever.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I ever believed from my mom. Like I was
I think for me was when my mom told me I love you.
oh, stop.
That must have been a long time ago.
No, she's come out and said that I'm the least favorite.
Wow.
She's very honest.
She said
That's-
that.
Yeah,
I try to get.
this hierarchy in the house.
Damn.
I mean,
I try to
yeah.
get my mom to like. I always try to get her to say who's her favorite child, and she's like, "No, I love you guys equal." I'm like, "No, you got to be honest."
She's
like,
lying. 'Cause
they're
my mom already
lying.
told me that.
I feel like that makes sense though, because
mom
like
already
you
told me
don't
who
you don't
her
live
favorite.
there,
No.
because so she has more time to love
She
her
literally
other
was like,
children.
I just like you were the experiment. Like what didn't go right.
That
with
sounds
you,
pretty
like,
nasty.
We made.
That is what happens. Yeah,
sounds
you were the
bad.
accident. The other ones were planned. That's how it goes.
Wait, Andre, aren't you? You have siblings?
Yeah, out of my 5, my mom said I was the only one that was planned.
Damn.
And she told me, she said, "Yeah, you're my favorite." What? So what?
Were you first or last?
I was middle.
In the middle, you planned.
Yeah,
I don't think. I have 2 brothers. I don't think none of us were planned.
it'd be like that, bro.
Yeah,
You playing because when they find out, they're like, "Yo,
they
now we
planned. They
playing
planned as soon
from
as
that.
they
Yeah,
found
so
out
you're
that they were
playing.
pregnant.
You're playing. They had sex purposely. Think about
Yeah,
that.
it wasn't to make me.
They should have got some activated charcoal.
But yeah, I try to get my parents. I try to get my parents to give me the hierarchy to see like who, like where I rank. They never tell me, but I know for a fact.
They don't want to hurt you. I think that's what that
I
is.
think so. I know for a
So-
fact they give a lot of leeway to my little brother. My older brother's respected. I don't know where I fall because I don't get none of that. Like,
So then you know where you fall.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like
You
sometimes they'll go out. They'll grab food.
No,
They'll
I'm
never
telling
bring me
you.
food.
You're lying.
I'm not lying, bro. They're like, oh, we just assume you have money.
You gotta have a talk with them.
I do.
You need.
Why
to.
would they bring you food though?
Oh, see,
like,
Did you ask them for food?
Nah, but
Then
like,
why would they bring you
he's
food?
hungry too.
Because they brought food for the other people.
Oh, there was other people home.
Yeah.
The two brothers.
You were home.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Different. I thought it was just like they all went out without you.
They teach
Well,
you
that's
like
it.
a
Well, the
stepchild.
thing is, they knew I was home when they left, but they assumed I was gonna go out.
Don't assume. I'm not even dressed.
Can't
They
assume.
could at least call me, like be like, oh. But is there any other lies that you guys?
I never really trust people. Like I think really once like after like 5 and 6, I just doubt everything.
Damn, after 5 and
Bro, I'm
6.
telling you.
Yo.
I found out pretty early about
Jay
Santa.
Chris got you too.
I found out about Santa pretty early. I was like, you just lying bastards.
I don't think I ever believed in Santa.
I did.
Like, because my parents were like, nah, we bought this. Like,
Santa, I think the Easter Bunny really got me one time. Like, it was Easter, and my mom literally looks out the kitchen window and goes, "Oh my God, the Easter Bunny just left." And we were like, "What? He was here? Where'd he go?" And we're like looking out the window. Where is he? Where is he?
No lie, I used to believe in the fairy. The tooth fairy. Yeah.
I called my mom.
I did, but I called my mom like with like her hand in the pillow. Like, what up?
I was fluffing it. Said, you don't fluff pillows.
So that she put her hand,
sleeper.
you open your eyes like, you thought. Like, you thought.
Oh, this is weird. And
What's Matthew?
then I like lifted up the pillow. I was like, what's in your head? And she's like, your molar.
You know, they tell kids like not to mix like Pop Rocks and Coke
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they're supposed to like make an ulcer in your stomach or whatever.
You just reminded me of something.
That sounds.
When you swallow bubble gum.
Of a statement.
Well, hold on. I did that yesterday. I mixed Pop Rocks and Coke yesterday because we had the 90s party. It hurt.
It does?
Yeah, like so two separate things happened. Somebody once they threw the last night, not once. They threw some Pop Rocks in their soda that they were drinking, and it was Eli. He threw it in there and it leapt out and it hit Savannah in the eye.
Oh, wow.
So it was like pretty violent, and then I tried it in my mouth and it like I could feel like the trajectory of the thing. It
So
hurt.
after seeing this, you wanted to try it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you wanted to try it
splendid.
once, like, in your
No,
stomach?
no. I just wanted to mix it in my mouth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was about to say,
You're a rebel.
Nah.
You're a rebel.
You would have gone straight to the bathroom.
There is one more lie that because I used to play soccer as a young kid. And so, like, every time, you know, you're playing in the backyard and there's dirt everywhere, like flying in your face, you come home and you just wash your face, whatever, and then eat. So I don't know if my mom did this for me to take a shower first before eating, but she used to tell me if I washed my face while I was sweating, that I would go blind. And I've believed it for the longest time.
She's got a
Why
book
does
of
your mom
lies.
I
say all
have
these
no
things to you,
idea.
man?
Your mom got a book of lies.
But if I'm like a messed up, weird, traumatized kid, you know why. Like, you know,
She came up with
Your
this
mom
stuff.
also said she would make us all pupusas for your birthday.
Damn,
that didn't
that's
happen
true.
either. So
that is true. She did say
still
that.
Didn't
waiting.
even show face. I didn't even see her.
Nah,
She's
she's
in California.
That's what I'm saying. She's here.
she's a mystery.
She is.
does she exist?
I don't know.
she real?
Sometimes.
Seen her on the snap.
Huh? I've seen her. I've met her. But I met somebody. I don't know if that was actually Magno's mom. Could have been anyone.
I was like, I'll give you 20
Just
bucks.
generic Central American lady. He found her in Chelsea. Hey, come over.
$20 just make me pupusas. That's all I need. All right, cool.
Another thing I wanted to like get into and roast any barbershop horror stories that you guys have.
Okay. Yes, I have one. It was okay.
The
So
year was 99.
no. It was earlier this. No, not 2018. Like
17.
17, probably September. It was still like it was when halal guys opened. So late summer, early spring, early fall, and I usually get my hair cut in Lawrence with my Dominican barber Ray holding it down.
First off,
And
if your barber's not Dominican, that's a problem.
It's a problem.
Yeah, if you don't got a Dominican barber, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so I didn't have time that day because I was helping out in the city early. So I was like, I can't. It usually takes me an hour to get there and back.
Heard you're an excellent greeter.
I am. It's worked out really well for me.
going places.
Yep, definitely. But so a client came in and she's like, "Oh, I'm a barber at this shop right around the corner." And I was like, "Oh, word!" And like we got to talking. She's like, "I'm actually getting transferred to the new shop in this other town, Salisbury."
Salisbury.
And so she's like, "Yeah, you should definitely come by and like check them out. Like they're all pretty good." And I was like, "All right, word." I was like, "All right, I'm crunched on time," so I called and like set up an appointment like right after work. So I go over, and I get I think her name's like Jessie or something, and she's the only free barber. I was like, all right, cool. Like we'll do just like a really simple cut.
Well,
like,
that's a bad move already. It's the only free barber.
yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing good can come out of a free haircut sometimes.
But I needed it. It was bad because
I mean,
Sometimes.
available.
I usually get it cut every 2 weeks.
yeah.
I usually get cut, but I had like extended it like another week for whatever reason. So
Gotta
I was
invest
looking,
in
I was looking bad.
Invest in some clippers, bro. Sometimes
Have
you
you?
got it. Yeah, I have some.
Interesting.
That's the way we feeling today. That's wonderful.
I'm kidding.
My man's got that
Extra boost of confidence today. I'm telling you.
It's glowing.
It's glowing.
I ain't been in like 3 weeks, but chill out.
But anyway, so I gave like a super simple cut, and she kind of like was like, "Oh, why you giving me like just like a regular fade?" I was like, "That's usually what I get." She's like, "Oh, like most people do this when they come to new barbers to test them out." I was like, "That's not the case. I just like this is the cut."
I would have told her, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And so she cut
What's
me,
wrong with that?
and I was like, "All right, she's not doing like too bad." And so I got home. And I like took a shower. And like I can take a shower, like all the
You're a different person, yeah.
And then I like took a shower. I looked in the mirror. I was like, "Oh no!"
What happened?
Oh,
She's like a naked mole rat.
on the back. She pushed it back. Like when she did like the mirror, she did like look at the back, and she like I got like the tapered in the back. I was like, all right, she did like a decent job with the taper. I was like, all right, it'll do.
It'll do.
And then I'm looking and like behind my ear here, on my left side is super pushed up. Like she pushed the line like to be parallel with like the tip of my ear, and on this side it was like regular. And then like
She don't want to irritate that ear.
yeah, and then like the fade was off. It didn't go like straight across. It like one side was like lower than the other, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I was freaking out, and I was like, God. For me, I'm like very particular with my haircuts, and I was just like, I was so self-conscious.
Was this for like an event, just regular haircut?
It was city, and then we had something on the weekend, somebody's birthday or something.
So it wasn't like in a wedding or anything.
No.
So you never showed up to a wedding with two different haircuts at the same time?
No. But I heard that.
Are we talking about? We're talking about barbershop stories, right?
Talk about it.
Go ahead.
I had to go the next. So then the next day, I called Ray. I was like, Ray, I need your help ASAP. And he's like, all right.
Mad at you.
He's like, I can squeeze you in. And I know I told him like, listen, I would have come, but I was short on time. And he's like, no, I get it. Like,
Barbers don't care sometimes.
And he literally like looks at it. He goes, "Oh, Papa!" Literally got all the other barbers.
Ouch.
And I'm sitting there, and one of them goes, "Wow, that looks like a fender on the Volkswagen Beetle." And I was like, "Oh,
ouch!"
Because like she had curved it so bad, and so he's like, "Okay, man, like the only thing we can do is go like super. I have to go super close and like shaved on the sides, and then." You're just gonna have to let it grow. I was like, all right, do your bidding. It made me look decent, but like everyone was like, oh, did you get a haircut? And I was like, oh,
something like that.
And like, it looks nice. And I was like, I can tell.
Switching barber is always risky. Like that happened to me with my most recent haircut. My previous barber did me wrong, and he like left my hair uneven in some parts. Yeah, so I mean, you couldn't really tell because my hair curls anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But I decided to go to somebody else because I was like, this guy, he's messing up. Went to barbershop close to my house, same situation. I just went with the guy that was available. That's always a bad move. And there was a misunderstanding in which, you know, he was like, oh, what do you want, like half? And I said, nah. It was in Spanish also, so it was this language barrier.
Where you have to like try to translate what fade means in Spanish.
Yeah, so I literally was just like, what I wanted was a little less than half off the top, and what he understood was take a little more than half off the top.
Oh man!
And so my hair was too short. It was not. It's not that bad. It's not like I showed up to a wedding with two haircuts.
Like you were in the army.
Huh?
You look like you were in the army.
It was shorter than I would.
The worst part of that the whole experience is like other people might not notice it, but you know.
Yeah.
And so like people know, like you have like this like weird subconscious thing, like
everybody just sees it. They go, "Oh, you got a haircut. It looks good," and they don't even look at it.
And then you're inside like,
but you know,
no, it's not. No.
So I have two barbers. I have one in Malden.
Zero loyalty.
Shout out to Ray.
No loyalty.
MVP. And I have my boy Elvis. And
Elvis.
Santiago's, yeah.
Okay.
So
wait, Santiago's in his boss?
No, Santiago's in Chelsea.
Oh.
And so Elvis is he's
Santiago's in Rosedale?
Huh?
What? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah. So Elvis is probably the best barber in Chelsea. Like I put my money on him anytime. So it was Alex's wedding, mind you. I'm Alex's best man on this wedding. So Elvis is not in town. He's in Puerto Rico at the time, or Dominican Republic. I know he's Dominican, but he was in one of those two. And I called him up, He's like, yo, I'm not in the States. I'm like, damn.
Actually, now I think about it, my barber was also in Puerto Rico for my wedding. That's just the random similarity.
Random facts.
Yeah, just hey, your barber was in Puerto Rico, my barber was in Puerto Rico.
Maybe they knew each other.
There was this other guy that I had seen before. Because you know what? If I get a cut with Elvis all the time, I'm still checking the other guys in case he's not there. So he looked decent. Like I was like, yo, every guy that he cut looked like he did a good job. Like I'm like, all right. So I went to him. At first, you know, when you're in a chair, kind of like you, I'm looking at it. I'm like, all right, line up is straight. Then I look at the size though. I knew something was off, but I couldn't tell what it was. So, but I knew something was off, but I'm like, it still looks good, but it's just weird. Like I'm like, it's weird to me.
It's unorthodox.
So I get to the day before the wedding, we do the rehearsal thing, and we're in the hotel room. Is me, Danny, me, Dan, Alex, Kevin, and Axel.
Axel was there.
And then Dan is looking at me, and he's like, yo, turn to your right. So I'm like that, turn. And he's like, all right, turn the other way. He's like, yo, you got 2 haircuts. He's like, you got a blowout on one side and a fade on the other. And it wasn't like they were bad. Like they were nicely done. So like if you're doing like a profile shot, it looks good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, once you're doing it, like, you know, for
right, because like the blowout is just gonna start.
So we decided to make sure the whole day Magno only took pictures from
on
one side.
Yeah, because like yo, each side looked good, but it was 2 different haircuts. I was like, what the heck? I knew something was off, but it was the funniest thing all night.
We were dying though. It was hilarious.
We were dying. What about you, Jay? You got anything?
I seen a dude get his dreads cut off accidentally.
Oh,
what?
He thought it was the dude. The dude spoke Spanish. The dude that was cutting hair.
Yeah.
And he's like, he did this, and he was trying to give me a lineup, and he thought he meant like do this. He thought he did this.
It was you?
No, I didn't have dreads. Dude came up and he was talking, and he did the side first. Dude said, yo. I was like, oh, I didn't want to watch this, bro. I had to watch it though.
I had to watch.
That's terrible.
You know, Will saw
It
it.
was hurt, bro. He looked at the ground for like a good 30 seconds, looking at his dread, and it was like moving a little bit. It was no life left. And I was just like,
kicking and screaming.
Oh man,
it was work. It was,
and that takes so, especially like your sideburns to get long enough.
yeah, that take forever.
To get dreaded. Oh,
Takes forever.
No, you could probably dread my sideburns right now. These things grow mad fast.
No, but I'm saying like for it to be
Yeah,
like,
a long
like, you can't. It's not like you at that point you can like. You can't be like,
Yeah, cut it all off.
you have to start over.
Can't fix it at that
Yeah,
point.
you can't be like, oh, let's just like fade it in. It's like no one will notice. Like,
At least it goes back.
but you know, these are all good stories. That wraps it up right now for the roast section. We're gonna be right back, boasting about a couple subjects at hand. See you soon. All right, as we tune back into the boast section, first topic we got at hand is: do you guys think we should cancel, as a society, should we cancel celebrities that have committed crimes or allegations while they were in the spotlight? Because, you know, obviously some of them come up from committing crimes. But, you know, ones that commit crimes while they're in the spotlight, like say like Chris Brown, domestic violence and stuff like that. Roseanne. That's different though.
Roseanne's just being stupid. There was no crime there, but...
Hers was just straight ignorance.
Racism is a crime.
It should be.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's not, you know, it's not a legal crime. But I'm trying to think of other examples. I can't really think right now.
Seal.
What do you do?
Kelly.
What about like
Seal was in jail before.
Cosby.
Weinstein?
Cosby.
Harvey Weinstein?
Cosby.
Who?
Cosby wasn't working.
He was working when he was doing that.
No,
he did his own set up.
Oh, that was like 20 years ago.
Oh,
like the whole allegations were before. Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
I mean, but even that you could count it like as something that
he did it while
it came out while his career, you know, was like
done. He's like 94.
The guy from that Netflix show.
Netflix.
Aziz?
No.
Aziz?
Yes, but
Aziz who?
the white guy.
Aziz Ansari.
What did he do?
He didn't do anything. It was he went on a date and
he went on a date with a girl.
this was discussed in the podcast. You weren't here?
Yeah, remember he like tried to like
He went out with a girl and like they hooked up and he thought it was consensual and she was not clear on that it wasn't and then she came out afterwards trying to be like, "Oh, he raped me."
Yeah,
You didn't
they
know
had
clear
sex
until afterwards.
They had sex. They had sex, but it wasn't clear on the consensual part. And I guess it was
But she had sex back.
exactly, but she didn't enjoy it. So because she didn't enjoy
Oh,
it,
she did my man dirty. I mean,
So
everyone
so
can
because
do
Aziz
it.
is not good at that. That's his.
I mean, it makes
his rape
sense.
now.
I mean, it makes
I
sense.
think I don't know if it wasn't that he was good. It was something that she was uncomfortable with some of the stuff they did.
He looks like a weird guy.
I guess like some of his approaches were like kind of weird.
He's a weird guy.
But he came out and said like, "Yo, I thought like the only reason I did this
Yeah,
because
like
I
he's
was-
not like Weinstein where he was like trying to hide his face. He was like straight up. He was like, oh, that's my bad. Like I thought we were on the same page. We
Yeah, he
weren't.
texted her like the next day and was like, like he was like, from his side, it seemed like he had a genuine or at least an innocent understanding that he thought they were on the same page, but
and sincerely remorseful about.
Yeah.
you know.
You gotta start having. Them
I just
sign
thought it
contracts.
was a little dirty on the lady's part. Where she was just like, it didn't go like the way that she wanted to. So like, automatically, she was like,
right.
allegations like that's something that
Yeah.
you maybe bring up to him and be like, yo, like
Nah, but she was like next day like on the news.
yeah.
I don't think I'll cancel Aziz Ansari because Master of None is a great show.
I've actually not appreciated Master of None.
I like it.
Like I think I watched
season two was
Season
I
two
watched
was
like
weird.
half a
season
season
two
one.
wasn't I
It wasn't
watched,
up to
one,
par.
One like I think I watched like the first 3 episodes like this is done.
It's hard for me to sit there and watch comedy shows like just by myself because if nobody else is laughing with me, I'm like,
Feel like a
is
weirdo.
this funny? I don't know.
You need
There was
confirmation.
Yeah,
there was the
yeah,
other
I
guy
got
from
a
the
little bit.
Netflix show. It's not Suits. It's
You say he's a white guy?
yeah, he was like the president.
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah,
Frank Underwood. Yeah, Kevin Spacey. Oh yeah, he was at a I guess years ago at a party where
Yeah.
he like sexually
Something
did
like
sexual
15-year-old.
advances or
Huh?
did he actually do something? I forgot what it was.
Yeah,
The kid was like 15, right?
at the time, yeah.
Was he 15? Thought he was like 18.
Nah, he was underage.
Oh.
He was 15 or 16. But I guess he like pressed himself on top of the kid or something. like
Yeah,
that?
it was something where he was using his position and his acting role to leverage.
Yeah.
He
That's
was like, if you do this for me, I can get you like a role
Yeah.
or something.
I
I'm
think had his apology came out different,
Nah.
it would have I feel like the people would have kind of forgiven him in a way. But I think the fact that he tried to use I'm gonna use this moment to come out the closet.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
That was a scumbag move.
like you can't try to find sympathy.
I don't know. The big thing I have, like the big issue with all
Oh,
these things is like, if this was like a regular person, that person's life is like over.
Yeah.
But like with these celebrities, it's like, it's alright, man.
Realistically, yeah, he got fired from House of Cards, but 5 years down the road, someone's gonna give him a job.
How do we feel about? I thought I never canceled this guy because of this, and people are probably gonna hate me, but I never canceled Michael Vick for the dogfighting thing. And I love dogs, but I get that that's his own like.
But it wasn't.
I don't agree with it, but it's like its own subculture.
That one's weird because he wasn't like directly involved with like actually. He wasn't the one like killing the dogs.
Was he just betting, like placing bets or something?
He was like
No, but he owned dogs.
he owned the thing.
Okay.
So it's basically like if
He
your restaurant
facilitated it.
gets used to be like the murder spot for the mafia,
Mm.
like technically you're guilty because you're like, yeah, you can kill in my restaurant.
You're gonna put Ash Ketchum in jail too for
Who did he kill?
huh? He didn't kill anybody, but Pokemon fights are essentially glorified
People-
dog fights.
People really hated Michael Vick after that. That was like, I think that's like one of the biggest. That's like, it was crazy how you would thought that he like raped people, but it was huge.
Where I felt like
Well, he actually went to jail while these other guys.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I think it's fair if you had a fair sentence or whatever your punishment was and you did your time. I think by that time, like, people should move on. Like, not excuse what you did, but like, yo, like, you know, you did your time and that's what.
Theoretically, yeah, because that's what jail is for you to serve the debt that you have against society.
And I feel like Michael Vick never got that. You've seen him clean up, like being a host, but Peyton Manning raped somebody or sexually molested someone allegedly, but it never got hyped up because he's like a beloved quarterback of the NFL at the time when it came out,
He's white.
and he retired. He's white.
Well, also there was like a human victim there, whereas a dog, like the dog is dead or it's alive. But it always gets into the situations like this where the victim's like, oh, but what did the victim do to deserve this? And people then, because football is such an American sport, a lot of American people are like, no, he's a good guy. She must have done something wrong.
So actually, I was talking about this earlier with a friend, and one of my homegirls, she got DM'd by the guy who plays Yaz on Empire, the show Empire on Fox. So the actor who plays that character DM'd her, and I guess he wanted to fly her out to Miami, but the language he was using, you could tell like he just wanted to have sex with her.
I mean, why else would you fly someone to Miami for a high five?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, she knew off the jump like what he wanted, because he would like his language made it clear.
Not even
JR?
Huh?
Was it like J.R. Smith? Like, you want the pipe?
Nah, it wasn't that explicit, but
Was she like a fake Instagram model? Is that?
she's pretty famous. Like she's pretty
Who's this?
Nah, I'm not gonna reveal her
Yeah,
name.
you almost did
I
it.
don't want to get in trouble. But I'll tell you guys offline. But
cut it off right now.
My fault for that trap.
but how you call it? So she posted the screenshots because I guess after a while he just kept like hitting her up.
You know you can block him, right?
Yeah, but
So she purposely didn't
Probably.
not talk about that. Bro.
But that's another thing that people got at her, and that's why she released the screenshots, because she would not engage the conversation. So it would be like, no, let it go, and he kept coming, and so he wanted her to fly out not only to Miami, but then he expected her to fly out to every city that he was hitting. And so she's like, what the heck? She's like, I'm not like your prostitute, like, I don't. She's like, I don't even know you. And his fans were getting at her, like, oh, what did you do to bring that energy around? Like, and she was like, I don't even know him. She's like, I never DM'd him, or, she has like all the proof. This happened like last summer, I think.
I can't wait till we finish it. I need to figure out.
Yeah. The cheese man is getting me.
Yo, you guys love gossip.
I eat it up, B.
Latino.
You guys are the Breakfast Club.
I'm telling you.
I already forgot about it.
This is dinner. We're more like the dinner club.
Who else have we canceled? I forgive Chris Brown, man. I don't care. I love Chris Brown's music. Y'all should get over it. Rihanna's over it.
But Magno, he didn't do the time.
That's true. I still forgive him.
I don't believe in
I still
jail.
forgive him.
I don't think jail really helps people. So if you really want to go there,
It's not about helping.
but
people.
yeah, it is.
Jail.
It's supposed to be institute. It's supposed
What
to
do you say?
The reason why they have jail.
The reason for jail is not.
It's supposed to be rehabilitation.
people.
Yes, it's supposed to be. Yes, it is.
Yeah, but in practice, absolutely not. It's
But I'm
about
saying,
a
yeah.
punishment.
So that's
As
dumb.
soon as they privatize the jails, that went.
But I'm saying,
Yeah,
you send me to jail. It's going usually most people go to jail
It's
or
like
worse when they get out.
a psychiatric facility. Then
Once people privatized prisons, like they weren't that concept of rehabilitating a citizen back into society was out the window.
It's
Norway.
horrible.
Like
rehab's
Norway.
not profitable.
Yeah.
Like Norway has it down.
Norway has it done. They put you in a nice
they have,
like house.
apartments, and then like their crime is like non-existent.
They're like really about the
It
rehab.
was, I
I
think it's on Netflix. It's like it's a documentary.
Speaking of rehab, have you guys seen that commercial for the rehab center in California? I don't know what it's called, but
The one where the owner's like, I was an addict as well.
yeah.
I
And
haven't seen that.
they're living life over there. They've all got luxury condos. They're like outside playing bingo, and they're like, we're having a great time.
They're like bocce.
Fountains and
I mean, but how much?
like just doing rich white people stuff.
Yeah, how many days are you gonna be having fun playing bingo though? Like,
A lot.
First off,
Better
if
than me
I'm-
behind
every
bars.
day.
Yo,
I don't know,
bingo-
man.
Yo, you want to play bingo or you want to be in jail?
Yo, he's saying that because he ain't taking no dubs.
I
He ain't
didn't
taking
when
no
you put
dubs
it
on
that
bingo.
way.
Bingo in jail, Matt, though. Come
Yo,
on.
he
I'll
ain't taking no
take
dubs on bingo. That's why.
But bingo and like
Dominoes.
cruises and stuff like that is like for money.
Oh yeah.
So it's like it's an incentive to
I
like, you pay like $10 to play.
I was thinking about this today. What do you guys think? So, like a lot of stuff has happened with people with mental health. So a lot of people give like sympathy or at least compassion towards like people that have suicidal thoughts or mental health problems in that area where they want to harm themselves. But I also think people that are homicidal, like there's something wrong with them as well. But I feel like as a society, we have a hard time having compassion when somebody else takes a life away. But like, there's clearly something wrong with an individual that's like constantly thinking about wanting to kill someone. Like,
yeah, it's double sided because like if you like kill yourself or you're thinking of stuff like suicidal thoughts, like we're all about like, yo, let's help you out. Like the whole world comes out and like tries to help you out. But if you're like,
and it's don't kill yourself, but it's also, oh, you want a job? Oh no, we can't help you with that. We can't provide you with the means
like I'm
of
cool.
sustenance.
Yeah, I am cool with giving you the Instagram post, but that's about it.
and I feel like this is a good segue into like our next topic, where like last week there was an accident in Boston. What was the street or what was the area?
It was on Com Ave,
Commonwealth Ave, yeah.
Com Ave near Harvard Ave.
Okay.
So I worked like a block from there, and there was an 82-year-old man that got run over by a guy in a Jeep. I think it was a Jeep, and the guy died, and the driver of the car fled the scene completely. So it was a hit and run. Guy's dead. Cops find the car, picked up the guy eventually, and they let him go because they didn't have enough evidence to hold him. They were like, nobody saw this happen or whatever. No one can put you there. There's no strong evidence.
I thought they had what's it called cams. So they had street cam just for stuff like this.
Not at that part of.
That probably
Commonwealth.
will
By
start.
Harvard?
No, Harvard
Where was
Ave.
Harvard.
Oh, they said by Harvard.
Nah, this is like in front of a Starbucks. It's
random.
But anyway, they didn't have strong enough evidence to hold him, but then he ended up doing an interview with the news, and they arrested him based on his confession in the interview.
Because he gave himself away. He said, he's like, yeah, I kept driving, but he's like, not on purpose. He's like, I couldn't stop. It was a green light. He's like, I figured he was good or...
No, he was like, yeah, no, I made a decision. It was me or him. It was either me run him over or wrap my car around a pole. And it was like, bro, if you're driving stupid, don't kill other people.
You can't even be going that fast to wrap your car.
First off, also
Commonwealth Ave, isn't there a speed limit?
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, that's...
City of Boston.
So he must have been going
He should be getting a ticket right now.
He must have been
at least.
going at least like 50, 60, number one. Number two, Com Ave is a 2-lane street. Why couldn't he just switch lanes?
Those facts.
That's true. Yeah, he should have been able to switch lanes, and that brings us into
That's rough.
how old do you guys want to?
So, because this guy was 82.
He was 82. Yeah, like he was 82. So, I mean, it sucks that he died, but I feel like 82 is
Don't say but. Don't say it. Don't say but.
He's
gonna say but. He said but.
Just say
It sucks that he died.
It sucks that he died, and
he lived a long
at
life.
least he was able to live up to 82, which
But that's
a
the way
lot
you
of people
wanna go
don't
out.
get to, But he got his life taken, so it's like a double-edged
It
sword.
doesn't make it double-edged sword. That's
I
a
think
regular
it's a one-sided
sword, man.
I think it's an act. I think it's like an act. You straight chop.
Bro,
No, because I'll be like, all right, obviously I'm not him, so I can't really speak for him. I'm saying if I even reach 82, I'm thankful I reached 82.
So let's say you got.
I'm not saying I want to get hit by a
You
car.
think you go across the street? It was like, you know what?
Take me.
Go for
He's
it.
like, yeah, I decided to cross the street.
Jesus,
It's
take
my
the wheel.
fault.
I don't think that's what.
Like I'm good at the 45, 50 age range going out. Like
What'd you say,
I'm good going out the 45, 50 age range.
bro? You halfway there. No, you more than halfway there.
I'm more than halfway there.
Yo, you
yeah.
sure? Let's think
Yeah,
about
I'm
this.
good.
That
I
means
mean,
you
it's not
can't
like
have-
it's not like I can control when I can kill
I
myself.
know, but you know, like
unless I kill
let's say you have a
myself.
kid next year. That means your kid gonna be 15.
He's good. He's grown.
He's
Magno,
grown.
I
15.
lived
This is
14
not
years.
Guatemala,
I lived
bro.
14 years without a father, a role model
Exactly.
of a
You're
father.
supposed to be different.
I'll be there 15 years with him. He'll
So
actually.
you only.
So that's kind of
Yo, yo,
You guys are acting like I'm gonna kill myself at 50.
When you say
I'm
like, if
telling
I
you,
go, I'm
good.
suffice. No, you shouldn't.
Nah, like
I'm telling
no.
you, I'm good, but I
No.
can't control that.
I think that there's I mean there's there's a point obviously where like you can say like, all right, if you did these things,
Yeah.
at that point you're okay with dying. Like, and it may be that 82-year-old guy, did all he needed to do, but you don't know. Maybe he was on the way to the hospital to go see his first grandson being born. Magno, first grandson.
that's different.
But
It's a
another,
different
I don't want to
scenario.
ever. I don't want to ever be feeble. So I can kind of get what you're saying, like 45, 50. Like I don't.
I
wanna
just
ever,
feel like this is why I say that. I don't want to sound all morbid.
you work with old people too, so I know.
I want to. What do you mean?
I'm saying you work with old people, so you kind of already
like yeah. At my work,
You guys
at my
heard that
job.
tough self play? Wow.
Well, I'm talking about like
Hogwarts?
I
Hogwarts, you hear that?
I want to reach, like when I go out, I want to be in my prime still. Like meaning I'm fully functional.
30, bro.
I'm fully. That's 30.
30,
Yeah.
Time out. I'm gonna tell you right now. I just turned 30. Is not my prime.
Nah, he's still. You
I
still
was supposed
got
to go
it.
out my prime. Like
My
I
prime
should've
was a
died
good 5 years
at high
ago.
You
school.
looking fit, bro. What you
Thanks,
talking
man.
about?
Yeah, I went to the gym today.
What I'm talking about prime is like, yo, I
I ate
feel
a
like
salad. I ate a salad today.
because I feel like I've accomplished a couple of things that I'm proud of. You know, I mean, there's still a lot of things that I would love to accomplish,
Word.
but you know, I want to leave on a good note. Like, yo, like this guy left a good legacy. And I feel like once you get 80, it's like that question: you either die as a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
That's
Doesn't
a,
apply
that's a
in real
bold
life.
statement. That's not.
Doesn't apply in real life.
That's a movie, Magno.
Why y'all hating on my dreams, y'all? Like
Your
know what I'm
dreams of
saying?
dying at 45?
First of all, you weren't a hero.
Oh,
Says who?
Oh.
You're not like a superhero. You're not out here like
I don't know.
going
Like,
into.
He out here saving
back to
them. Yo, he out here saving them. What you
Wait,
talking about?
did you leave a college fund for your 15-year-old child that dies?
I can't speak on that right now.
And keep in mind, I said 15.
No
that means
college
if you have a
fund.
kid next year, mind
Next
you, you're
year.
not even
So
having
So
a
he's
girlfriend.
probably going to be like a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah, because you gotta have a girlfriend.
This is
to get
public.
engaged, to get married.
You know what I mean? I can't put out my financial business out there. Then people gonna try to come at me. I'm poor, by the way. So you know what I'm saying?
He lives
I'm
in Chelsea.
broke.
So,
I'm
yeah.
I'm broke. I live in Chelsea. So don't think you'll get money from me.
You got a
Ladies.
black card.
You got a black card.
You living different, fam. No, that's
Nah, but what are we talking about? Like, y'all, what age do y'all want to go out?
I can't really say
I'm
that.
not going to say there's an age.
I feel like it's a story. Like I guess when the story's complete. Like I mean, to be honest, not to sound like
When the story's complete.
all heartfelt, but like when I did everything that I feel like I was put on this earth to do. And it sucks when like you realize it's coming to that because like, oh,
But some
well,
people don't reach that.
yeah, they do. That's why they die.
No.
Nah, not everybody.
I mean, no, because like the guy right there. I'm
I'm saying what I'm saying is like you've obviously reached the story that God wrote for you.
yeah, that's what
Like that's how you're gonna go. But some people don't reach what they thought the story was gonna be.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm speaking about wherever I can meet in the middle. Of course, I'd rather meet where he is, but like I try to only get as close as I can to what he wants me to. You know what I mean?
And
you
y'all
need to
gotta
go in a
think
direction.
about my perspective. Like you two are married. I'm single. So
Sure.
it's a different perspective how I'm thinking right now.
You're what?
Oh,
Oh, snap.
sorry. Was there a story?
You're what, fam?
I gave him a pass too.
You're
I was like, I left them out on purpose.
Wait,
I was like,
wait. He was gonna give him information.
That's it. I'm not married,
Oh, he's not married.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
but I would.
But, there's a but.
Oh,
But I wouldn't. Is
Wouldn't leave your girl like that?
No, yeah.
Oh.
I wouldn't do that.
Hypothetically.
There's no hypothetical. She exists.
oh, gee.
And
Oh, Roxy?
I think shout outs are in order.
Are we talking about Roxy or not? Clarification.
no, we're not talking about.
We're
Roxy.
not talking
We're
about
not talking about
Roxy.
Roxy.
Roxy, no.
Dang.
Lord.
What's her name rhyme with? I like syllables. Give me some syllables in there.
Was she featured in any?
I don't think it's a hard rhyme. It's a hard rhyme.
Yo, you wrong with
she-
that. It's obvious.
Was she featured in any maybe like early '80s Nintendo games or anything like that?
Was she?
Was she featured like?
No, she wasn't.
No, she wasn't.
She was never taken
Similar
away.
character though.
Yo,
No.
she used to want to be taken away.
Concept, I get the concept
Yeah.
where you're getting at. But no, she was
Maybe
not.
Zelda?
No, did she call you Bowser?
She does not call me Bowser.
She doesn't
no.
call you Bowser.
She
That's a
doesn't
missed
call you-
opportunity. That's a missed opportunity.
It does not call me Bowser.
He doesn't.
Wait, real question. Hold on.
That's a weird. That's a weird nickname.
No, wait. I was wondering about this yesterday. Did she call you Shorty or she calls you Andres?
She calls me both.
Does she roll the S too?
That means she has
What do you
respect.
mean she rolls the S?
Andres.
You can't roll an S.
I know you
My name doesn't
You
have
roll
six
R's.
S's.
She rolls the R into the S.
Andres.
Like, oh, yeah. She's not like, yeah, this is
Like a
Andres.
snake. Sound like a snake, my man.
Nah, she doesn't.
Does she say Andres or
Nah, she
Andres?
says she pronounces it in Spanish.
Pronounced in
Ah,
Spanish.
word.
which is-
So she's a
That's a
Latina.
That's a keeper.
Who's that right there?
She's not a Latina.
Yo, my man, who's this right here?
What?
Okay. Oh, this is her word.
She's calling you?
No, she's texting.
Oh, okay. Tell her we say hi.
Yeah, she is a little bit Latina. Yeah,
A little bit Latina.
117. 117.
yeah.
I was not aware of that.
Oh yeah, he's right. He's right. No, he's right.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, you were
saying
you were
Shorty,
saying
go
a
ahead.
story.
I am not married.
Not that the future.
However,
Yeah.
I would like to go out and to live as long as I can before I go out. It's not like I'm like, oh,
No matter what, as long as you can. Period.
as long as I can. Yeah.
I think that I would want to go out while I'm functional. Like I don't. No. You said 45. That's a different story.
That's
I'm talking about like late 70s. Like if I need to start, if I need assistance to do basic household things like use the bathroom, walking, stuff like that. Like I don't want to make it to the point where like I can't sustain my life by myself.
I agree
But
with
like,
that.
what if, like, you can't, like, what if you're like, yeah, you struggle going to the bathroom, you need help and you need stuff like that, but like, how are you gonna die?
Release me.
No,
'Cause you're not hooked up to a machine.
No, I'm not saying like I plan to die at this point. I'm saying that's my ideal point of death.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, because the way I was thinking, I was like, yeah, you can like be in need of like care and exercise.
Oh no,
But like, I'm not gonna be like, you know what?
no, I am
need you to
far
smother me with
far
that.
too much of a coward for that. No,
Wrap it up.
Yeah, just go ahead and smother me with the pillow.
how do they do that?
It sounds pretty painful.
Yeah, smother with pillows. I feel like I sleep with these things every night. Like, why are they
So dangerous.
so dangerous?
No.
Should I not be sleeping with pillows?
No, they.
Well, the
just
thing
put
is
it
they
on
put-
top of you.
Yeah,
They like.
they'd have to.
Yeah,
put some
but
sort of
sometimes
pressure.
like
It's a two-person
I'll
job.
put I'll flip over and I'll sleep face down into my pillow. I don't die,
That's silly.
huh?
That's terrible.
I don't do that purposely. It's an unconscious body.
You're not unconscious. You sleep.
Don't kill yourself in your sleep.
What do you mean
bro.
I'm not unconscious when I sleep?
No, everything just gets like your heart rate lowers. Everything. You're still like
Yeah. What's the state called?
What?
Something with a C.
Unconscious?
I'm gonna let y'all battle this out.
Unconscious just means I'm asleep.
no.
What are you trying to say?
No, I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking REM sleep. Never mind.
Oh.
Where like it's like you're your deepest sleep. Like no matter if you get moved or anything. Like
Right.
you're not gonna like feel it. But
Oh. No, I'm just talking about like any general sleep. I don't get a lot of REM sleep because I have sleep apnea. So that's a topic.
But
for
I
a
feel
different
like
day. We should bring more awareness to that. By the way, I think that it's an issue that larger men deal with and
what
sleep apnea.
apnea.
sleep apnea. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have sleep apnea.
Yeah,
I
Do you
might
have
not
sleep
even make
apnea?
it to 50.
I've had it. Yeah.
you've had it.
I might go out at 35.
I had surgery for it when I was younger. and
I'm
it's-
serious.
This is
Like,
the issue, yo.
it-
I'm gonna have to come see somebody if you leave at 35.
January.
It helped for a couple of years, but then
It came back.
came back.
What, the CPAP?
No,
No,
the sleep apnea.
Oh, okay. You don't have? Do you have CPAP?
No,
Why not?
That doesn't work.
I'm working on getting one.
The doctor literally was like, "You need to lose weight."
Yeah, that's literally what my doctor
I
said
was
too. They
like,
were just like,
alright.
"Have you tried not being fat?"
Yo.
And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Have you tried being a nice person?"
Yeah, I was like, listen, I just switched over from being like in a family, like a family doctor. Like now you're just like a pediatrician. I was used to a pediatrician. He like handled news a lot more.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
No.
Hey, but
It's funny.
Listen, buddy,
The
what you need
doctor's
to do?
overweight too,
Yeah.
though. He's talking. He
You
thinks he
want
losing
me?
weight. If
No
yo,
lie,
my man.
though. My doctor, he's Hispanic, so he gave me like the straight up raw like
Damn.
details. When I went in, he's all like, "Yo," he's like, "Your sugar levels are so high." He's like, "I wouldn't be surprised if you die of a heart attack at 32." Yo, he told me that. I was like,
Damn, wow.
"Fam."
watch your mouth.
Yeah. I went back home. I'm like, yo,
You
fam,
just
that's
Expect to be like that.
I was like, that's not too far
Just
from now.
imagine someone asks you, "Oh, how'd your visit? How'd your doctor visit go?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was good. He said my blood pressure's good. I'm gonna die at 32.
But you know what? He cares
Yo,
though.
your 1-year-old child's gonna be really upset.
he cares though.
Yeah, that's real.
He cares. Like,
But you tell him,
yeah,
man, you
yeah,
gotta
but
put some-
sometimes you get-
hold on.
you gotta
I
be
just
there.
heard that.
Huh?
My 1-year-old
Your
child.
1-year-old child. Yeah, because if you're 45, he's gonna be 10. So
No,
no, never mind.
I'm
That
going at
math is wrong.
32.
Huh?
My doctor told me I'm going at 32.
Right. Okay. Sorry, your wife.
If I continue. You're white?
Your wife
What about her?
at 32. She's gonna be upset when you die.
Oh.
She'll move on.
Yeah,
Fine.
'cause
Yeah, she'll be young.
It'll only be such a young relationship. It's fine.
She'll be married.
It's good.
She might.
She will.
I don't know. Would you? Yeah, on the spot now. Would you remarry?
No, I
Amanda
wouldn't.
dies today.
I gotta die too.
All right.
you gotta die to it. Why
We
you
all
wait?
gotta die.
Why'd you wait?
all gotta
it's
die.
on camera, fam.
What would you do
What?
if your wife?
I'd be really sad about it. I don't know. Yeah,
That's a hard one. I mean, you don't never know until you
realistically, probably not.
We
but-
talked about this before, where someone said that they didn't believe that there was more than one person compatible for you, and they wouldn't remarry. But
I may have said that. I don't know. Maybe I did.
I think it was
Hey, you never know how life is gonna happen. I mean, like I don't. It's not like I'm planning on
not
murdering my wife
He
and
has
then
to like,
remarrying.
go through the
but-
process of mourning
That's
first.
too much.
Yeah,
man.
you go through the mourning process,
Too much.
and I mean, because you can't predict the future. You don't know where you're gonna be in 15 years. If Amanda dies tomorrow, 15 years, you're gonna be a different person.
I am.
You
I'm
can't
gonna be fat.
predict what a different person's
I'm
gonna
be fat
do.
100%.
Damn.
Because all I'm gonna eat is fast food, fam. She saves my life. Thank God my wife is vegan, bro. Here, eat some of this. What is this? She tried to give me like these chicken wings, that's really freaking cauliflower. Disrespectful. Cauliflower wings.
You guys heard
Actually, those are pretty good.
Cauliflower
KFC
rice?
is veggie? Is from the KFC ones?
No.
they have
you
that?
them.
KFC is a veggie fried chicken now.
What?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell her about that.
I don't know if it's out yet, but like they announced it.
She said the whole world's gonna be vegan. Think hopeful, beautiful.
When? Houseway.
No.
No, but I mean,
It's not happening.
it is growing. I'm not gonna lie.
They got a movie about that actually. It's called The Matrix. I don't know if you know.
She the chosen one?
Vegan worked out real well for them, just in case you haven't seen the movie.
Tell them about the local mom and pop. Like,
Oh, you ever heard of this place called Domino's?
No.
No?
Oh, shit.
Domino's.
all right, but like that wraps up our bowl section for today. We'll be right back here for the toast section. All right, guys, as we get into the bowl section, toast section, sorry, we wanted to pay tribute to Anthony Bourdain, who died by suicide. When was it? Friday
Friday? Yeah,
Friday morning.
My voice like a 12-year-old.
Huh?
Yeah.
And as you know, he had what was his show called? Parts Unknown?
Parts Unknown, and he had another one, No Reservations.
No Reservations. I didn't really know too much about him. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I only know him off Master of None, when he made like a couple episodes, appearances with
Oh,
Aziz.
yeah.
I think it was either 1 or 2 episodes, but they were good episodes. But he seemed like a cool dude, like somebody I would sit down with and have a meal with. He kind of introduced the world to like different cultural experiences with food. And as you guys know, food is my love language. So,
Absolutely. Me
and
too.
what I mean by that is like, I'm down. I love when people join me for food. Whether it's whether you bought me food, whether you cooked me food, or whether I even bought you food and you sit down and share it with me. Like, to me, that's like my love language.
I can prove that.
That's
good today.
Yeah. Food's a real thing.
Yeah, you brought me to knock today.
Oh,
Food
I
is
was like,
love.
where are you going with this?
He made him dinner.
Yeah.
It's very, very romantic.
Actually, that's one of the reasons I loved New York when I lived there. Just because I could go one block and get really good Colombian food, and then the next block you could get some really good Greek food, and then obviously on just about every corner there's like a halal spot.
Yo, falafel wraps though, amazing.
Depends.
It does depend. You're
You get
right.
a lot of dry falafel out
It
there.
does depend. That I remember when you guys had Cass up here, Stealth Made, and she said one of her somebody that she knows hit her up, said that I used to go to the restaurant. His restaurant on Berkeley Street, I forgot the name, man.
Wasn't it like Bob's or Bill's or something like that?
Billy Sub Shop. That's what it is. Billy Sub Shop on Berkeley Street in Boston. Check that out. They have the best falafel wraps I've ever had.
According to you?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Where's that?
It's on Berkeley Street.
You know, you gotta check.
I don't know the
Berkeley
exact.
Street. Okay, yeah.
I don't know the exact address, but I know.
I mean that area has a lot of good restaurants anyway, though.
But it's like a Greek-owned.
Oh, that's Billy's.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen that
Actually,
place.
Chicago has like a Greek town.
Yeah,
It's fire.
Astoria?
No, Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. Sorry.
Yeah, Chicago. Chicago's like a section which is Greek food. It's amazing. Like everything,
that spot, Billy Sub.
baklava, like you name it. So, yeah.
Not a big fan of baklava.
I think you should gotta go to Chicago and try it out.
I've had homemade baklava from like old Greek ladies, and it's
You
just,
don't like it? I like it.
Too
it's
much
just-
Windex?
Too sweet.
Huh?
Too much Windex.
Yeah, too much Windex. just wasn't for me. It was kind of like gritty
Yeah.
a little bit.
There was
Like
this
the
thing called
nuts they put in there or whatever.
there was this thing called moussaka in Billy's Sub Shop. They used to make in the wintertime. But it was like rare that they made. I thought it was lasagna because that's what it looked like. But they told me what it was, and
Oh, I've had that. It's Greek.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good. But I guess it depends. I guess that's another thing that depends where you get it from, because not every place makes it well. But it makes sense. Like,
I've had good that
moussaka.
Yeah.
I had I forget what's the official name of the dish, but it's like lamb. There's rice and they had like a special sauce. It was pretty.
Yeah,
amazing.
Greek people love their lamb.
Pretty good. They cook it damn well.
But the reason we brought up Anthony Bourdain is because he was he's probably the first celebrity chef, right? Like, was he?
He
the
was
first?
definitely
Or
up
he
there.
popularized
He
it.
considered himself a cook, not necessarily like a chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He did say he was a cook
Like
for.
technically, he probably has like the chef.
Yeah.
like, skill
Definitely,
and
for
ability,
sure.
but
What was he? The cook for like 30, 20 years?
Yeah. The thing I respected more him about was he put Colombia back on the map. I don't know if you guys
He put a lot of places on the
It
map.
floated around for a while as a clip of like Colombia, like his parts unknown Colombian food,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and people were like that was I think that started the change where people were like, yo, Colombia's not that bad, because obviously it had like a bad rap.
Does Colombia have a bad reputation about things?
Yeah, a lot of cocaine and murders. Thanks, Pablo.
What?
Griselda.
Griselda Blanco.
Colombia?
Yeah, out of all places.
Shocking.
Wow, I know.
I would have thought.
I mean,
maybe-
Narcos kind of
maybe
Narcos was
Uruguay,
weird. Maybe Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Narcos was weird because it obviously brought back everything we tried to forget, but
And they
at the
kind
s-
of glorified it.
and they glorified it, but it did show like it was actually shot in Colombia, so it did show a lot of like the actual like people like, yo, like that looks beautiful. It's not.
Yeah.
I saw they were trying to do a. I don't know if it was another season for Narcos or what, but they were trying to cover El Chapo.
Actually, that's
It's a
season 3
show.
supposedly.
Yeah.
Oh, season 3.
So-
Season 3 is in Mexico, but the guy who like does the scenes,
Yeah.
chooses where the scenes got shot.
He got
killed.
murdered,
got killed in
yeah.
Mexico, right?
killed
Yeah,
by-
they were like, stop looking into us. And we were like,
Oh,
oh,
wow.
shoot.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
So they were like, I think they continued filming, but they were like, it was up in debate whether they were going to continue or
On
not.
Narcos, really?
Yeah, because they were like, well, if they're gonna kill one guy, like they might just like
Keep
kill
going.
everyone else.
It's a murky area when you're trying to like make a season on a guy that's still alive, though.
There was a documentary with I forget her name, but she's a novela actress, and about her contact with El Chapo. I don't know if you guys watched that.
Oh, yeah, I
heard
forget
about
her
that, yeah,
name.
So
She did it with Sean Penn.
She did with Sean Penn, yeah. I forget her name, but producer maybe Google. Thanks.
Look up that
He doesn't Google
documentary.
stuff.
The
No?
documentary that
He doesn't
Sean
Google. What's
Penn
he
did
here
with
for?
The
the
documentary
Mexican
with,
actress.
Yeah, what's her name? I forgot her name, but anyway, in that, like, El Chapo met with her, and he gave her exclusive rights to his screen presence. So if they're doing this on Narcos, like, that's probably why they're killing people off, because they don't have the real rights to his screen presence.
That makes sense. But I don't want to get away from like
Sorry, but back to Anthony Bourdain.
he had like he considered he considered his job like his dream job, or like the best job, he said, that he could possibly have in the world.
I agree with that, because that's my dream job.
And so, Alex, we brought you here because you have a page on Instagram that focuses on different restaurants that you go out and eat, and you review them.
Yep.
And you give like a very detailed and graphic review of the foods and place that you try. So, what was like some of the things that sparked this desire for you to do this?
So getting back to Anthony Bourdain, like, I'm not trying to just hop on like, oh yeah, Anthony Bourdain was the greatest guy, but I actually was sitting in a waiting room one time. I think it was at Frugal Fanny's, or maybe
I've never been there.
somewhere like that, somewhere where it's like, I don't know. I was with somebody who was shopping, and they had like a waiting area for the men, you know. So one of his shows was on TV, and I remember just watching his show for like a solid half hour. And I was just like, yo, this guy has the job. He was traveling to like, it was somewhere in Asia. I don't remember where. He was trying all these weird foods. And I was like, that's the job I want. That's my dream job. And then like, I didn't even know who he was then. And then obviously like I learned more over time who that was that I saw on TV that day. But Yeah, I love food.
What's your favorite spot that you visited so far on your page?
On my page,
Was it that $50 steak that you had?
nah, I wouldn't even call that my favorite spot. I think the spot that's just been stuck in my mind recently has been this place, Fish Market in Alston.
Okay.
It's a sushi restaurant, and they just have like super fresh, like amazing seafood mixed into their sushi. It's really good. There's also another spot that just opened up maybe 2 weeks ago called Kimchi Papi's Kitchen.
What kind of food is it?
Actually, since you posted it, I kind of want to try.
Yeah, I know it's really good. It's poke bowls.
Ooh,
So
I need to try that.
a lot of the ingredients that they use at Kimchi Papi's Kitchen are actually sourced from Fish Market's suppliers. Nice. So they work together on that. So I know the owner of Kimchi Papi's Kitchen. So I got a little bit of the info on the background on that. But the sushi over there at Fish Market, honestly, is the best sushi that I've had ever.
So I guess the actress's name, the Mexican actress name that did the documentary with Sean Penn, the documentary's name is called The Day I Met El Chapo. And I guess the lawyers for the actor Sean Penn, they have reportedly warned Netflix that a documentary about the Mexican drug lord known as El Chapo places their client in danger. So whoever brought out that documentary, not the one that Sean Penn made, but the one that Netflix has, called El Chapo, I guess.
Places Sean Penn in danger?
No, not Sean Penn. Places.
El Chapo in danger?
Yeah.
No,
Whoever made that
Netflix
whoever made
documentary.
that separate documentary.
Was it the creator of that documentary is in danger now?
Yeah. So actually, is it the documentary The Day I Met El Chapo? Are they in danger? Oh, Sean Penn.
Sean Penn and
So Sean Penn and Kate Del Castillo are in trouble. All right.
oh, he's okay.
So yeah, I guess she was instrumental in setting up the meeting between Penn and El Chapo, which makes sense because El Chapo's not gonna meet with an American actor, like, you know.
No, actually, that was his favorite actress. Like he reached out to her.
No, I'm saying, but yeah, El Chapo would have not met with Sean
But
Penn.
Sean Penn, is the one be like, hey, what's up, man?
That documentary like changed my whole view on Sean Penn. I was like, wow, Sean Penn's a douche.
And I guess Sean Penn's upset because he believes the documentary implies that he helped the Department of Justice capture El Chapo.
No, it doesn't imply that whatsoever.
I don't think that. But I guess people
Make what they want.
There was reports coming out that they believed, because they knew where he was, that they might have leaked some of that info to kind of give trace to the U.S. Department of Justice. But
Well, they were following them anyway. Like,
yeah,
couldn't get away from him.
I mean, I think he wouldn't have just like met with them. No,
it wasn't like he was meeting them at regular places. Like,
it was like literally like
in the middle of the forest.
Fly out here, take a helicopter over there, then we're gonna drive 15 miles through the forest. Then you're gonna jump on a swamp boat, and we're gonna go another 15 miles.
I'm
on
sure
the swamp
that's how
boat.
it was.
No, literally, it was like that. And then they were blindfolded
With flags on their head the whole time, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were blindfolded the whole time.
Yeah.
But you recently went to Mexico, and you say you tried the best tacos.
Absolutely, the best tacos. Yo, you can't get better tacos in
I
Mexico.
would hope so.
Yeah.
No, you know what?
I just like
great. Yeah, actually, the place in Newton
I just
got
like
some fantastic tacos.
I can only imagine. I can't even imagine it actually, because like I've had great tacos out here, but then I'm like, damn, Mexico must be.
It's a different degree,
different
man.
tier.
Yeah.
Who was I talking about?
That's that God tier.
I'm telling you.
Here is good, but like Chicago, just because Chicago I think has like the second or third largest Mexican population, like the tacos out there are just unreal.
I remember when I was in LA, I tried to go get the best burrito in LA. And when I went there, the place was actually closed because they were only open for lunch because they don't need to be open for dinner. So I ended up going to the place across the street from this place, which was like not even on the map. Like no one even heard of it. And this was the best burrito I have had in the United States. Like the meat in this thing tasted like it was straight from a third world country. Like, and that's a compliment.
That's good.
Just in
Okay.
case. Yeah, that's a compliment. Like,
So well grass.
it was amazing. And it was the most basic burrito. It was literally tortilla, rice, beans, meat. That's it.
So talking about
Best
burritos, I forgot the name of the spot I told you in Providence. But we gotta check that. They have a brisket burrito in Rhode Island. And it's so amazing. Like I'm telling you, like
You guys have brisket out here? Interesting.
Yeah.
whatever.
We're both different.
It's weird
They
because
have mad brisket in Houston. That's why I know you guys have.
it's
it out
weird
here.
because
We don't have like Houston brisket though. Like brisket out here is hit or miss.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this brisket is amazing. But like it's weird because they put the rice and beans in the plate. Like they don't put it with the burrito, which is fine by me because I have acid reflux, so I can't eat beans as much, and I don't really like rice on my burrito. So
Nah. If anybody out there thinks that they need rice on their burrito, they're wrong.
yeah, and so
Like, take it out. It doesn't change the flavor whatsoever.
the rice,
There's more flavor.
the rice and the beans are not that great, so I don't really eat them. But the burrito itself is amazing. Like I'm telling you, like the minute I tried it, I was like, "Yo, this is bomb!" Like
I like
What's
rice
up?
and beans in my burrito.
Right. Axel was telling me something, and so I responded to him. I've been waiting to see what his response is, his reaction to my response. Oh, okay.
Why don't you just talk? He's right there.
No, it's not appropriate.
No, I don't know. All right.
I thought we were keeping the same energy.
I am
bro.
really scared with this conversation.
No, I told him this.
Alright.
Well,
He said something I didn't like, so I responded
accordingly.
accordingly.
In the future, what else? How do you plan to expand food for people?
I think right now I think I may be transitioning away from slightly from the in-depth reviews on the Instagram
Okay.
and just switching that into just like nice pictures of food, and then leaving the more in-depth reviews for my YouTube page, which will be launching this summer.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, you could always like link it to the YouTube.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be both. They're going to work hand in hand. We're going to see how it goes, but you know, I don't want to throw my A game into Instagram when there's YouTube.
Right. I'm just waiting for Instagram to step their game up and put hyperlinks
Yeah.
and captions. And
Well,
stuff.
They're about to put longer videos.
Supposedly they're gonna do hour-long videos.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that's gonna work.
On Instagram?
Yeah, I definitely
like
would not be
YouTube.
like watching.
I mean, you don't know what it's gonna be.
But just imagine, because like if you have it on autoplay, you know how annoying that would be. Like you're scrolling and all of a sudden like you just like leave it there, and then all of a sudden like you have like an episode of.
No, but
whatever it
Also,
is.
I don't like that you can't pause the videos.
Yeah,
you can't
exactly.
rewind them.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
if
So
you're gonna
let-
throw an hour-long video on there,
let's say
you
you're-
gotta throw options.
Yeah, you gotta show
you have to. You need like a pause button, and because like, what if you're watching at the 30-minute mark and then you accidentally get
exit out of it.
Yeah, now you
Instagram,
have to start all over.
again. Oh boy.
So
I don't know. Instagram has a lot of things that they need to adjust.
yeah. No, but I agree. Saving the good stuff for YouTube.
Yeah, so we'll go there. We're probably, I think episode 1's actually going to be Kimchi Papi's Kitchen, just because I know the guy, so it's easy. So we're getting there.
That's awesome. No, besides like actually that was gonna be my question. Besides the owner of Kimchi Papi
Kimchi Papi's Kitchen.
yeah.
Kimchi Papi, you let it roll. I like that.
What other like relationships have you started?
I don't have a ton.
Okay.
Gonna be completely honest. Literally, I've been walking into places going, "Hey, do you mind if I come back with a camera?" And then a lot of the time, people are cool with it. I know, what's this place called? Yume wo Katare in
Say it again?
Porter. Yume wo Katare.
One more time.
Yume wo Katare.
You're good.
Thanks.
You've been there more than once, haven't you?
Twice.
Okay.
But anyway, I mean, the staff there is really cool. The owner posts a lot, and I interact with him a lot, like on social media and stuff. So they've seemed pretty open to having me in there too. It's a ramen place. I've reviewed that place. You can actually check out that review on my Instagram. It's at food_for people, FOR, food for people. I'm sure there'll be a link somewhere also, but yeah, I mean, a lot of these, smaller restaurant owners, they're pretty down to earth. So you can just talk to them and they'll be like,
Right.
yeah, come on in. I mean, they got to cook food anyway. If little exposure is not going to kill them.
Right, exactly.
How long do you plan to like make these videos? Like
So I heard that there was an opening at CNN for a food traveler.
Why are you laughing? You get yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
Aim high, bro.
Absolutely. So yeah, when
You can only go as high as you aim.
when they give me
Is this real?
Yo, real talk.
Are you being for real?
Yeah, dead ass.
Oh, we trying to lose viewers? Or?
nah,
Do you get the comment?
No, he can do it,
the most
bro.
sincere form of flattery is
That was Anthony
imitation.
Bourdain's
So
position.
if they give me
Like,
Anthony Bourdain's job, that's the goal.
That's an honor.
Like I'll settle for Guy Fieri's job, but Anthony Bourdain's job, that's the goal.
Guy Fieri is annoying to watch.
His
What
hair
about
bothers
that
me.
guy? Was it Andrew Zimmerman?
Oh, the guy who did Man vs. Food?
Yeah.
He had to stop because
did he
like,
die? He had a heart attack.
Did he die?
He had some health complication, and they're like,
Yeah.
From eating all the crazy stuff.
the doctor's like, you need to stop. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
He's
stop
like, "You
trying
sure?"
to eat all these roaches and whatever. Like,
I think if you guys have seen on Netflix the
Man vs. Food.
No.
Super Size Me.
No,
it's the other show.
It's the new guy. He's the chef,
Asian
the
dude?
Asian guy. I forget his name.
Oh,
Dan.
yeah.
Some.
Mierda.
So fresh? No.
I thought his name was
Delicious.
Danny or something.
Ugly Delicious.
Ugly Delicious. Yes.
Yeah, that is an amazing show. If you guys have seen that,
What's up with
actually,
that
you know what's a
name?
really good food show? Action Bronson on Vice.
Action Bronson.
Yeah, the rapper.
I heard, yeah.
Action Bronson. It's like 3 seasons in.
It's funny, right?
It's good, and he goes around the world because he was before he became a rapper. He was like a cook.
Mm-hmm.
So he has like these like weird connections, but then he also has he's knowledgeable in the kitchen. So he'll be like, oh, this is how I'm gonna make this, and then he'll cook with the people. So he's done stuff in Queens. He's done stuff in LA, around the world. It's called Fuck That's Delicious. So I mean,
It's on Vice.
it's on Vice. Yeah,
Where?
it was on
There's
YouTube. I think the first 2 seasons are on YouTube. So you can watch all their episodes, but then
I feel like Vice is heavily slept on. They have a lot of great
they have amazing
documentaries.
Vice. Yeah.
They cover a lot of stuff. 'Cause,
there's-
like Noisy is owned by Vice, and then this Vice has like its own.
There's this other show that I was watching that had like a real limited release on like Facebook video or whatever the heck it was.
Facebook TV.
Yeah, it was called Highbrow versus Lowbrow, featuring I think this guy's name is Jerobi White. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know
why
him.
does his name sound familiar?
I think he was like a DJ or a rapper or something.
He does sound familiar, Jerobi White.
Jerobi White.
Wasn't that
Sorry,
Urkel?
his thing just links to his MySpace page for some
Urkel?
reason. So
Isn't that Urkel's like the guy who played Urkel?
no.
I don't think that's his name.
But anyway, that guy's show is really good. Highbrow versus Lowbrow. They're in New York. What they do is they he'll meet up with a guest every week, and they'll pick a food, and they'll go to like.
Jerobi White used to be part of a Tribe Called Quest. That's what it was.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, yeah. So
Damn, I feel dumb for not knowing this like quicker. Like,
Magno. So he would meet up with people in New York, and they would pick a food. I remember one episode was like dumplings, and they would do like lowbrow, really good dumplings. And they honestly, like, these looked like amazing dumplings. They used like a dry aged beef in these dumplings. Like, it was nuts. And then they would go to like this other restaurant, and they would get like a squid ink dumpling. So they would always do like an average one, not like an average one, but like a really good low priced one and a really good high priced one.
yeah.
Which with New York you can do that. So
Yeah.
that was a really good show. But back
gotta check it
to
out.
Ugly Delicious, man. I watched the first episode of Ugly Delicious.
When they do the pizza.
The pizza. Oh, man.
Goodness, man.
I could not watch episode 2 for 2 months
Yeah.
because I was
That's
like,
the first episode? The pizza?
yeah, first episode's
and
pizza.
they go in the second episode. I think is like tacos.
Tacos.
Yeah,
Oh
it's,
my God.
it's really good.
I watched tacos a couple of weeks ago. I've only watched 2 episodes of the
Did
show.
they
I
do something
binge-watched
weird with
it.
the tacos? Like,
So it goes into the traditional tacos, and then they also go into like what now. There's like a restaurant in Mexico it's like a high end restaurant who's like using tacos as like their main dish, but they're
Yeah, they just they investigate every aspect of whatever the food is. They'll be like, this is where it came from. These are the different varieties that are popular. This is where like the future of this food is going.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, and this is like the generic equivalent or whatever. So like they went to Domino's, they went to Taco Bell, which like you don't want to hear about those places and what you would imagine is like a good food documentary, but like they really put it in just perspective, like how these more American, like more generalized versions of these good foods, like the impact that they've made on American culture.
That's
And
amazing.
they'll give you like the hidden gems too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
this. Like, if
top-
you're ever in this place, like you gotta go.
Yeah.
It's like a food truck on like 85th Street in like LA.
Dang.
Yeah. And they make like, well, you can't go because their specialty is shrimp tacos.
Damn, bro.
I'm sure everything else is like amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's worth it. That was what they had to that one place.
Yeah.
Nah, but we thank you for being on here.
Yeah,
how can
pleasure to
people
be here.
find your Instagram?
Yeah, it's at Food for People. It's at food_for people.
Is it for the number?
FOR. FOR. Food for people.
We definitely plan on having you on more topics.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to come eat, if anybody wants to pay for me to eat, absolutely, I'm there.
I'm there too.
Because that's one of the real hindrances with the food blog is the budget. You know, going out to eat's not cheap.
You got to check out New York Smorgasbord. You would have
Bro.
An amazing time.
Can we go? Like,
I have
What's it
vacation in
called?
August. Smorgasbord. So
I have vacation in August too.
I took
me too, but
I
I'm
took
going to
Axel
Honduras.
and Jovan when I was living in New York.
I can go after I come back from Honduras.
So
Yeah.
basically, it's
New York's a drive away.
Yeah.
So basically, it's an amazing concept. I think they were trying to get it in Boston. I don't know like when it's gonna happen, but it's basically they have 2 locations in Brooklyn, and it goes on every weekend from like a certain time, and then you go, and it's just literally like food trucks or restaurants, and the one that we went to in Brooklyn is literally like a small cul-de-sac within the park, and it just right around the whole thing it's food, and in the middle there's like a beer garden.
I looked into it when you sent it to me last time I was there.
They accept credit cards. Some places are cash, but it's just, you get everything. I think I tried non-dairy ice cream, which was interesting. I've had ramen. I had ramen burger.
Ramen
Yeah.
burger.
Ramen noodle burger.
Ramen
so they
noodle
like
burger.
That sounds interesting.
the bun
Looks
is ramen
interesting.
noodle. I mean, it's unbelievably high in sodium. It's something that you try
sure.
like once, but it's worth like trying like new things.
Yeah.
That's what I really wanted to do. Like for my birthday was like head to New York and just like have a food trip and just like, you know, go everywhere,
New York's the place.
go
to
to
do
a
that.
million places, get a good group of people, order everything family style, just go
would've been
restaurant
dope.
hopping. But I wasn't able to do that because I turned 30 and that came with some health conditions. So
Next
Why
year.
do that, face?
we're just gonna vaguely leave
Man,
that
I'm
out there.
30 in 8 months.
Yo, careful.
I got a couple years, so
But not. Thanks once again for being on the show. We're wrapping up today, this episode, and you can catch us this Friday, 52 Russell Street, 8 p.m. That's in Cambridge and Davis
Cambridge.
Square. Come talk to the crew live, have some fun. We might even buy you some tacos. Who knows?
Come see one of the best greeters.
Hey,
He's been employed in months.
stay fly, stay tuned, keep it peaceful. Peace.